everyone, it's Lighthouse Angel here. Welcome, welcome. Happy hump day to you. I hope you are high vibing and thriving on this Wednesday, right? Getting your day off to a good start. If you're new to my channel, on this channel we focus on taking you from zero to hero in your own life, giving you the tools and information that you need to grow and expand and come in alignment with the best version of yourself. And always, always, always keeping the divine number one. If you're a subscriber to my channel, thank you so much for your support. I truly appreciate it. But we're going to go ahead and get started. I was called to these particular decks to get the overall energy. I didn't pick these cards. This is what came out. And then I will get some additional cards and some messages from the Lighthouse box. So let's get started. The first card that came out of this deck over here was Solitude. In silence, peace prevails. You could be wanting to seek solitude at this time or in a season of solitude. I'm hearing find peace within the chaos. You may be going through a chaos or I'm hearing challenges at this time. You need to find that peace within, okay? Without distractions. You may want to get into nature. Okay. And then the next one that come out was number 24. That number could be significant, or number 6. It says, let love guide you. Choose to see the good in the world today. Yeah, it's that high vibration that you get. Again, this woman is out in nature. She's near water. That could be significant to you. Maybe that's where you find your peace, your peace within, right? But I feel like this, by getting this grounded perspective, that's what I'm hearing, grounded perspective through peace, right? Letting love guide you, the love that you have for yourself, the love that you have for what you want to pursue in your life. Maybe you need that clarity, but it allows you in that solitude, in that silence, in that peace, with that high vibration, right? Seeing the good in the world, right? You're operating out of that higher vibration of love, right? And this is where you find that alignment. Okay? You may feel like this new connectedness to nature, to wildlife. I'm getting that. You may be getting also finding healing in this season that you're in, because I'm seeing this rainbow here. But it's like I can really feel your energy. It's very peaceful, very high vibe. I feel like I'm hearing nothing's going to stop me now. I just heard that. But I'm also hearing nothing's going to affect me. Okay, that might be how you're feeling right now with the energy you're in and you're maintaining here. I'm hearing the power of peace. And then we have number 40. It says, you are worthy. You are worth it all, my love. Okay. Number 40 could be significant, or number 4. I'm really getting this. Is that might be something you're learning in this healing season of solitude, right? Giving that love to yourself, finding that peace within, seeing the good in all things, right? You're finding that grounded center. That's what I'm hearing. Center within yourself, seeing and finding your worth. Knowing that you're worthy of love, And this love could be, because it says, let love guide you. You are worthy. Okay? There could be a love coming in that the divine wants to know that, you are worthy of this. You are worth it all. I'm also hearing, let the love within you guide you. Okay? If we get more messages about love, I'll pull some cards on love. So we'll see how that goes. But I feel like it's just, you're worth it all. You need to believe that as you find this peace within, loving yourself, right? Seeing the in all things, right? Sitting in that high vibration, high energy of love, right? Doing that healing within, finding that peace, right? That non-negotiable peace is where you know your worth, right? You know you're worthy of, I'm hearing, the highest level of love, right? You're worth having it all here. Okay. And then we got abundance, which is the bison spirit. It said, sacred buffalo, cloak me in your wisdom. Keep me warm through the storms of life. Fill my life with goodness. Teach me the way of gratitude and prayer. Okay. And it says, keep me warm through the storms of life. I feel like that's what you're doing here. You may feel like, abundance can be defined many different ways. It's not just money. It can be freedom. It can be peace. It can be, in love, right? However you define abundance for you. But this might be the energy that you're feeling by being in this peace, right? In this solitude energy where you understand your worth here and that you're worthy of having it all, and you're letting what you love guide you here, right? And it could be bringing this abundance in, but it's also, I feel like, keeping you warm through the storms of life here by operating out of this energy. It's allowing you to keep that alignment. That's what I'm hearing. And it's filling your life with goodness. And I feel like it says, teach me the way of gratitude and prayer, okay? I feel like that's what you've been doing in this solitude, is operating out of gratitude and operating out of prayer. And it's what's bringing in your abundance, okay? How you define abundance for you. And when you're in the solitude, right, without the distractions, right, without scrolling on your phone, doing all the social media, right, texting, calling, just watching everything on TV, if you disconnect, right, and embrace that silence, that peace, that's where the divine can speak to you. You can hear your intuition, your guiding light, so that you can follow these things that you love, right? Because you're worthy of having it all here. Okay. And then I got, I'll do those at the end. Then we have, sometimes holding on does more damage than letting go. So leave behind all that has been weighing you down for so long and reach for the opportunities that are waiting for you. I promise you, you will not regret it. Okay. And what I'm getting with this is that through this solitude and peace, finding, I'm hearing your I'm hearing center post. So like maybe you're just finding the clarity within. That's what I'm hearing. But by doing so and following what you love, knowing that you're worthy of having it all, okay? Your dreams, your goals, your visions, right? Letting the divine guide you in this solitude. And I'm hearing it's a season, okay? It's allowing you to let go of things that are weighing you down, right? And embracing what new opportunities are waiting for you, right? You're able to get that clarity on what has been weighing you down that you need to release, okay? And then we have focus on what is important to you. Don't give your time and energy to your worries, as this would only amplify them. Focus on what matters to you most. With every thought, you are creating your future. Yeah, and I've said many times, what you think about, you bring about. So if you focus on your fears, your worries, the what ifs, all right, first of all, it's a lower vibration, okay? And that's what you're going to manifest. If you want to manifest things that you love and everything that you're worth here, having it all, right? And this could be something that you're focusing on, what you're trying to manifest in your life, right? In the solitude energy. You've got to be focusing on what you want, not where you are or your fears or your worries, because it's the energy you're putting out. So if you're putting out worry and fear, right, then you're just going to get things back that confirm that for you. And then the cycle repeats, right? But if you're focusing on gratitude, prayer, you're focusing on a positive mindset, being thankful for what's in your life, but also what's the blessings that are on their way to you, right? That's a much higher frequency, a higher vibration. And by putting out that energy, you're going to be bringing those things in your life. That's why it's so important, as soon as you have those negative seeds that want to plant in your mind, because our subconscious mind is programmed, okay? And depending on how you were raised or in the environments that you were in, they're in a loop. So you have to make sure that, as those negative seeds get planted, that you rip them out, right? You release them, right? And also seeking the divine for healing. He is the ultimate healer, right? Just keep in prayer, praying for that healing. Releasing those things that are holding you back, weighing you down, right? And focusing our thoughts on creating your future, the future that you want, of having it all here. Okay? And then we have 2 scriptures that came out. It says, deceit is in the heart of those who devise evil, but those who plan peace have joy. And that's Proverbs 12:20. Okay? And I feel like, if you look at her in this, and in all of these here, they're all in this very high vibrational, peaceful, solitude type energy here. You may have a strong connection with the divine right now, receiving messages or downloads. Make sure you're writing everything down, right? But I feel like I'm speaking to someone who's in a very, very peaceful, high-vibing energy, right? And, nothing's perfect. You may sometimes have these worries, right? But don't focus on them, because it's only going to amplify them, all right? And keep going with this, because it's eight. I'm hearing it's holding your alignment. That's what I'm hearing. It's holding your alignment. Okay? And that peace, this energy of peace and gratitude and prayer, it's bringing back that energy of joy. Okay? Seeing the joy in all things, right? Okay. It says, May the Lord make your love increase and overflow for each other and for everyone else, just as ours does for you. 1 Thessalonians 3:12. May the Lord make your love increase and overflow for each other and for everyone else, just as ours does for you. Okay, so there might be love on its way to you. Okay, this love that's making its way to you, this is a divine message saying that you are worthy of this. You're worthy of having it all. This also might be from the person, right? It says you are worth it all, my love. Okay, they may be coming in to bless you here. And in doing so, you may have to leave your burdens behind. But let this love guide you here. I'm also getting the divine is guiding this love to you, right? It's a blessing. It says, May the Lord make your love increase and overflow for each other and for everyone else, just as ours does for you. Okay? And we have Proverbs 12:20, and we have 1 Thessalonians 3:12. So 12 could be significant. I know it came up the last 2 days, so that number could be significant. Okay. I'm also hearing, in this love, you're going to find more peace and joy. Okay. And what's coming in for you, right? I'm hearing it's divinely guided. Okay. Right? This could be, that's why the divine wants you to focus on what the future you're trying to create here. Because you are worthy of having it all. Maybe you were raised in a lack mindset. People telling you, oh, you can't have that. No, you're not worthy of your dreams, or, that's ridiculous thinking. You need to be, maybe they made you feel like you had to keep your inspirations or your dreams in a box. I'm getting that as well. Okay? But the divine is guiding you here because you are worthy of having it all. Okay? All right, so let's get a couple of cards and then to add to this, and then we'll get some messages from the Lighthouse box. I'm also getting this. Deceit is in the heart of those who devise evil, but those who plan peace have joy, right? It's because the divine is that love is the most powerful energy. It's the direct connection with the divine, right? And that's why God always wins, okay? Jesus always wins. Let's see. We have the hawk spirit. It says clear vision. Oops. Rise above any adversity and seek clarity as you ascend and achieve true greatness. Yeah. That, what I'm getting this is that you have a clear vision of your future here, and it's coming in. And I feel like this, that you're in this solitude energy. You're letting the love in your heart guide you here to the things that you love, right? Being in this high vibrational alignment energy that you have, knowing that you're worth it all and the divine is going to deliver it to you, right? Having that clear vision. Because it's like rise above any adversity. I feel like that's what you're doing in this high energy here. Right? I'm also feeling that you're using nature to amplify your vibration here, your alignment. I'm hearing elevation. It's like by being in nature, it's even amplifying your visions, giving you more clarity. It says, seeking clarity as you ascend and achieve true greatness. Yeah, it's like you're going through an ascension. And I feel like the divine has shown you signs, right? Which has made your vision clear. You have clarity through this solitude period that you're in right now. And that's what you're focused on. It says focus on what is important to you. I feel like it's this clear vision of where you're going. Okay. You also could be having visions as well, like maybe, or even having dreams. Okay. Let's see. I was going to get one more card. But keep holding that alignment, focusing on what's important to you, right? Not getting distracted by outside sources, okay? I'm hearing important messages, like I'm hearing important message. So the divine may have an important message for you that you need to be in this silence and peace in order to receive it, okay? I'm also hearing you could be getting visions, right? Or your spiritual gifts may be enhanced or expanded when it comes to your visions. I'm getting that as well. Yeah. So I'm also getting, hawks, they fly, they have great vision, right? They can see from such a higher perspective. I feel that's you. I feel like you've seen it clearly, you also now, the divine's got you on a path where you're worthy of this, right? I'm hearing no doubts. I feel like you have no doubts now, which is why you can hold that alignment, right? No, I'm hearing in and out, but what I'm getting is that, getting in and out of alignment with your vision here because of maybe worries or fears or doubts. I feel like you're not doing that anymore. I feel like you have a clear vision and you're holding that alignment. But there's opportunities that are going to be coming to you that are going to allow you to release what's weighing you down here, which is why the divine wants you to keep that clear vision and focus on what's important to you. Okay? Because giving any energy to anything that's a lower vibration or is taking you out of what you see as your future is only going to get you in that in and out energy of your alignment, right? Okay. And then we have Yang number 1. Okay. What I'm getting with this is that it's like you're the one. That's what I'm hearing. You're the one. So it could be somebody here. You know, I said love. It says, you are worth it all, my love. This person sees you as the one. I'm also hearing you may be the one selected for an opportunity. They see you as the one. Also, I'm getting, you know, when they're hawks, they set their eyes on something and they're going to get it, right? Somebody may have their eye on you, right? They see you as the one here, right? And it says, may the Lord make your love increase and overflow for each other and for everyone else just as ours does for you. Okay? I'm hearing this person sees you as the one for the opportunity, the one for a partnership, the one for a love relationship. Take it how it resonates for you. It's all going to be different because we're all on different timelines, different journeys here. But you are worthy of this. I'm hearing the divine picked you for this. Okay? I'm hearing you are the star here. You know, and then with this abundance here, you may, you know, when I'm getting with this abundance, I'm not really feeling like money, okay? I'm feeling like it's an energy, a feeling that's within inside of you with this higher vibration that you're operating out of, that you are, you know, this clear vision and this peace that you're operating out of here. It's feeling like this energy of living abundantly. That's really what I'm getting. But it could be, you know, we'll see if money comes up. But, you know, I'm hearing like you are the one here. Let me see. I'll get one card for career and one for love and just see, you know, what comes out. Okay? For those of you wanting to know what this is. Okay? Spiritual work. Open your heart to a spiritual career and heal the human heart. You are a light worker. Okay, so yeah, you could be, this one could be, the divine picked you to be a light worker here. You could be a chosen one, an earth angel, right? But it could be this person is going to offer you a job or support your spiritual work here. But that makes sense to me because you're in the solitude. You have clear visions here. You're letting love guide you. And if you're questioning whether or not you should embark in a path of being, you know, doing spiritual work, right? The divine is supporting this, right? You are worthy of having it all here. I heard when it comes to this, I heard you have the vision. Okay. Could be this person's coming in to support your vision here when it comes to your spiritual work here. Okay. And then I'll get one for love for those who want to know. I'm getting like also that the divine is like, you are the one for this. You are the one I picked for this. And the divine may have shown you visions or clear visions on how he wants this done, how you're supposed to move forward on this. Okay. All right, let me get one for love. I'm hearing locked in. Someone's locked in on you. That's what I just heard. Someone is locked in on you. Yeah. Intimacy, bonding, sensual, confiding. Bonding, sensual, and confiding. Yeah. So this person, they see you as the one. Okay. That's what I'm getting. They see you as the one, and they want to support your path here. Okay. But I'm getting multiple messages. Maybe you're in are thinking about doing some sort of spiritual work, or you feel like your soul's calling is to do some kind of spiritual work, right? Well, this is a confirmation that you are a light worker here. Okay, so if that resonates for you, you are the one for this. Okay? You have a clear vision of how you want to do this. I'm hearing that as well. That could be the future you want to create or what you want to do here. But I'm also hearing someone has their sights on you, who is, they want to bond with you, confide in you. Campfires might be significant. Maybe you're going to be around a campfire. Okay. All right, so let's get some messages from the Lighthouse box and see if we can get more information. Okay. But the message is pretty clear. I mean, focus on what's important to you at this time, staying and keeping that high vibration, right? Stepping away and getting into silence so you can hear and get the clear vision that the divine is guiding you on, but you are worthy of this. And this, this person could be bringing, it says, you are worth it all. They could be bringing it all to you, and it's going to feel like you've been blessed with abundance. That's what I'm hearing. Okay. Life is better with a little bit of nature. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I feel like you've been out in nature or getting more connected with nature. Maybe the weather is getting nicer, so you're able to get out more. But I also feel like this is where the divine is going to be speaking to you, in that silence of nature, right? Getting those downloads, those inspirations. You're the one for this. Okay? So make time to get out in nature, right? Make time in your schedule. You could see a hawk too while you're out in nature as well. That would be a confirmation. Being alone is powerful. It makes you realize that you need yourself. Yeah, that's what you found in this silence, in this peaceful, high vibrational energy that you're in here. You found out how powerful it is. And now that you know, like, you're worth it all. You're worth chasing and feeding the things that you love, right? That you love in life, whether, being out in nature or your passions, your hobbies, your dreams, right? And you know you're worthy of having it all. You've seen it. right? I'm also hearing this person sees you. Okay? I just heard they see the fire within you. They see the fire within. Okay? It says, have the time of your life. I feel like that's what this came out in yesterday's. I feel like, when you meet this person or encounter this person, right, who sees you as the one here, you're going to have the time of your life here. I'm also getting that the vision, the clear vision that you have, okay, when it comes to this person, okay, I feel like you both have the same vision here. I'm also hearing that you're vibrating on the same level, right? I'm hearing you're a match. That I just heard you're a match. Okay? And I feel like the divine is guiding this to you. It says, let love guide you. Okay? And I feel like what you love, what you're passionate about, you're letting it guide you. And it's bringing in your dreams here. It's bringing in I'm hearing it's bringing in all the things. That's why it's like this abundance card came out. Okay. I'm hearing this season of isolation, right? Finding the power within about being alone is necessary for your spiritual work here. Right? You needing to understand the power of being alone to guide others to find that within themselves. What God has for you is for you. Trust His timing, trust His plan. What God has for you is for you. Trust His timing, trust His plan. Yeah, this is a confirmation about He picked you for this. This is for you. This person, this spiritual work, this spiritual path, right? It's all part of His plan here. He picked this for you, this person, right? You may have a clear vision of this, or the divine has given you a clear vision of this. You need to trust His plan, right? Not let those seeds of worries get into your head and plant, right? Ripping those weeds out. Because you hold the key. You know the clarity here. Okay? Grace means that all of your mistakes now serve a purpose instead of serving shame. Yeah, that's the spiritual work here. You're meant to help guide others to heal themselves. You're a light worker. Your mistakes have purpose, and now they're here to help others. You may have felt shame about the mistakes, or I want to say lessons because I don't believe in mistakes, right? They're lessons, right? You may have felt shame about them in the past, but the divine always finds purpose in everything, especially when you turn these so-called mistakes that are lessons into power, powerful change, powerful transformation. Being that guiding light for others, right? I'm hearing you're a chosen one. This is the This is the plan that God has for you. And you need to trust it. Okay? I'm hearing He's keeping His promises to you. Okay? Stop taking relationship advice from people who have never been in a successful relationship. Okay. That could be something you're doing, when you're this person that sees you as the one, right? I'm hearing you may have to take a leap of faith, or, right? You may have people around you that are negatively putting their spin, that's what I'm hearing, their spin on the narrative, right? You need to trust in God's plan here. Okay? This is for you. Don't take relationship advice from others. You need to be taking relationship advice from God. Okay? Because, there's been this energy in my readings lately about checking your circle, right? You may have people who are drilling holes in your boat, right? And it keeps sinking because maybe you're taking relationship advice from the wrong people who they smile at your face but don't actually really want you to be happy. Okay? Which is why you need to be taking your relationship advice from God. Trust in His plan, because this is for you. Okay? Don't allow anyone who doesn't know your value tell you what you're worth. Yeah. Don't allow anyone who doesn't know your value tell you what you're worth. Yeah. You get to decide that. You decide that. Okay? I just heard you took your power back. I feel like that's what you did. You took your power back. You're like, no more. I'm not letting anybody dictate my worth. Right? I'm letting the divine show me the plan here. And He needs you to trust in this plan, right? Because this is for you. Okay? We have the Page of Wands. Okay? This is starting a new project, a new passion project. This also could be news about some new project that you have. It could be something to do with spiritual work here, since that's what came up. This is for you, right? And if you haven't started, if you feel that your soul is calling you to a spiritual path, maybe you're gifted in a certain area when it comes to spiritual work, right? And you're wondering, should I go that way? Listen to what your soul is calling you, because the divine is going to support your path here. I'm hearing you carry a bright light that needs to shine. Okay. You may be getting news. Oh, you may also be getting a message from this person who has their eye on you, or this person that God is saying is for you. Okay? And just remember that you are worthy. You are worth it all. Okay? Don't take relationship advice from people who haven't been in a successful relationship. Okay? Because you're worthy of having it all. And the ones that are unhealed, okay, that chose to settle, that may be in a relationship, they're not going to be the ones to give you good relationship advice, because they don't want to see you having this time of your life here when they chose to settle and unheal or stay unhealed, right? Because that's the easier path, right? No, you didn't. You didn't. You chose the harder path, right? And now you've embraced and been through so many life experiences. I feel I'm speaking to someone who has been through it, because you can't be a light worker, a chosen one, an earth angel, if you don't and heal others without being through it yourself. Okay? You know, and if you're a light worker, a chosen one, okay, the divine has sealed this plan on your life, which means you may be someone who has felt like the darkness has been after you since you've been born, right? Because the darkness doesn't want you to reach your full potential, the impact that you can make in actually healing others. Okay? But you're getting ready to have the time of your life. So don't let people who took the easy route, right? Settling in relationships, when you chose God's plan here, who's bringing in your person, who may also be supporting your path as a spiritual light worker here, guiding others to heal their heart. Don't let people to drill holes in your boat. Okay, this is God's boat here. God is delivering this to you, and it's for you. You got to trust in His timing, trust in His plan, and embracing this. Enjoy this time alone. Okay, because it's revealing. I'm hearing it's revealing so much about yourself. And you are, you are worthy of having it all here. Okay? All right? So keep focusing on what's important to you. Don't let any of those seeds of worry. You are the one here. You could, a chosen one, okay, for spiritual work. I'm hearing you carry a bright light. Right? Bright light right here. Fire. You carry I think I did say that. We have fire here. Okay? You could be connecting with a fire sign. Or you may be a fire sign. Aries, Leo, Sag. Okay? Or you both carry fire. Take that how that resonates. I just heard you carry the fire within. Okay? So trust His plan here. Right? And trust in divine timing, because this clear vision that's going to deliver all of it, delivering His promises for you, okay? You're going to have the time of your life. I'm hearing it's just getting started, okay? All right, let's get some messages to close this up. All right. But this is very, very beautiful message that's definitely divinely guided, okay, for somebody who has done the inner work here and has found their purpose when it comes to a spiritual path here, okay? Knowing that you carry the fire within, right? The light within. You are the one. And knowing that this is all part of God's plan, okay? So you don't need to have any worries or fears. Just keep that alignment, keep that high vibration, and focusing on your visions and getting out into nature, okay? My vibes speak louder than my words. Oh my gosh, that's what I've been saying this whole reading. and it kind of matches this card, and that's what I was saying about this abundance. It's like, it's the vibration that you're in, how you're feeling about yourself, your environment, your situation, where you're going, knowing that this is God's plan for you. And it's your high vibes that are able to heal others, make them want to have hope in healing themselves. Okay? All right, so let's get an angel number. There's just so much fire here, like between this card and that card. And look at this. I just noticed this. Look at these three cards. It's like, you know, there's this fire around this person sitting here. There's fire in these hands, and there's fire here. I'm also getting that this is going to be a very fiery connection, and also it's going to be very spiritually driven. But a lot of fire here. Okay. Number 5. Okay, 5 is change. So there could be change coming in, this person coming in. At the bottom of the deck, we have 0, which is I am limitless. It says there is no beginning and no end. All is infinite. It is time to develop your spiritual side. Here we go with the spiritual work. It's time to develop your spiritual side here. You are gaining new sight and understanding of both godly and earthly things. You are limitless. Yeah, this is the plan that God has for you here. And 0 is, and tarot is the Fool card. It's a new beginning. This is the divine's new beginning for you. Okay? And it's coming with all the things, I heard. All the things. Okay? So 5 is change. It says, flexibility is your forte. When life throws you a curveball, you can easily adapt to new circumstances and find excitement in the unexpected change. Be brave and bold in your endeavors. I am adaptable. Okay, so this person, or what God has planned for you, that's just for you, may require you to need to be flexible here. This person could throw you a curveball, right? Okay, and you need to adapt. I'm hearing you need to go with it. And it may require you to be bold and brave here. But it's part of your path. Okay? And I'm just being called to this right now. It says, deceit is in the heart of those who devise evil. Okay? Maybe that's somebody who was giving you relationship advice. Okay? I'm hearing, you know the way. You found peace within, and you know this is leading you to your joy. Okay? But I hear this person wants to spend time with you. Maybe they want clarity about your path or your gifts. Okay? But this is all part of God's plan. This is for you. Okay? Get out in nature. Enjoy being alone, because this is a season. It's a powerful season, but it will change. Okay? Which might be what this change is. So embrace it, love it, Don't, you don't want to look back and say, oh, wow, I had all that time by myself. I didn't really embrace it and love it for what it was. So if that's who I'm speaking to, you really need to take this time to really love what it's providing you right now. This level of peace, this high vibrational, abundant feeling in your life. Because it's not always going to be that way. It's a season, right? Okay, that's the message I have for you today. I hope it's resonated with you and given you clarity how to get unstuck moving forward when it comes to getting aligned with the best version of yourself. But if it did not, please check back tomorrow. I do daily readings Monday through Friday. And don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel because it is a fairly new channel. And by doing so, it helps get messages like this to the people who need it the most. But until tomorrow, I'm wishing you a beautiful Wednesday. And remember to keep those high vibes, right? Keep vibing and thriving. All right. Sending you so much love and light. Take care. Bye.